grab a beer, and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy. And as always, I am joined by Jim.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Can't complain.
That's good.
If I did, nobody'd listen anyway.
That is true. And we are also, once again, joined by Toby.
Hey, everybody. How we doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Do you agree with Jim that when he complains, we usually don't listen?
Did he say something?
I don't know. I heard something, but I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Hey, you know what, folks? They're laughing now, but we'll be laughing at them later on when they can't answer these questions. We're going to be hysterically laughing when they can't. So tell them that they're talking up their big game now, but we'll see what happens.
Toby, this all stems from I printed off Christmas trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Any, pre-K, kindergarten, first grade kid could have got all these questions right. And, of course, Jim couldn't get them because...
No, they were PhD level questions.
No, they weren't. So
How many threads were in the blanket that the kid at Home Alone had that he left overseas?
That wasn't at all, but that's the kind of questions that Jim looks for now to try and get back.
I'm just trying to level the playing field.
So bad on the Christmas ones.
Well, I'm sure glad I'm here then.
Yes. I'm glad you're here too because maybe we can get a couple of these since he's just like giddy. He can't hardly sit in his chair. He's so giddy to ask us these questions.
You were laughing at me now, so I'm going to see what happens. And I hope, and I bet you some of the listeners might even have some of these answers too.
Okay. Well, they probably do.
Well, you know what? Should I ask you guys one right off the bat?
Yeah, let's just get it started.
Yeah.
Take the smile off your face.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows too, I even brought a little table so I can actually rate who has more questions right. And we'll be able to... We'll get some, hopefully we get some feedback from the audience if they want to email in some of these answers too, if they know.
Okay.
Or see how bad these guys are.
Yeah, that works.
All right, let's see here. Oh, here's an easy one. Let's start with an easy one right off the bat.
All right.
I'm gonna label this as number 9. So I'll start with Toby since he's the distinguished guest. Fill in the blank. Hops are the seed cone of the hop plant, which are part of the blank family and closely related to blank.
Huh.
I think I know this one.
You'd probably know it before I would.
So should I give you a guess? Like a hint. I'll give you a hint. If you look at a hop, what does it look like? If you just look at the picture.
Like a hop.
Right.
But
it's in the hop family, isn't it?
There's something similar that looks just like it.
Similar to a hop, huh?
Yep.
I'm drawing a blank at this point.
All right, we'll give you -2 for that one.
Perfect.
How did you get minus? Oh, there's 2 parts.
Yes. All right, so Mike, do you want me to reread the question, or do you got your guesses?
I got my guesses, and I don't know if they're right or not, but I think, aren't they part of the cannabis family and they're related to marijuana?
So I'll ask the judges for a clarification. Wrong. So they are part of the hemp family.
Oh.
Come on.
Closely related to cannabis.
Come on.
So both of you are -2.
That is a bunch of bull right there.
I asked the judges. I got clarification from the
Your
judge.
judge has a door going into where your water heater is.
So apparently he's smarter than you, huh?
Yeah. Wow.
Huh.
See, that's an easy question.
I see how today is going to go.
Yep.
See, that was an easy question. I mean, I was throwing a softball, slow pitch, big arc for you guys.
I was right there, and I get no credit. And I said one of the words.
Yeah, you got credit.
No,
It's bad credit.
You gave me -2.
Yeah, I know. We're just keeping score, so I'll let you know how you're doing here, buddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you see how today is.
So do you want another question? You want to try beer?
We're getting back to
I'm
beer
getting thirsty
right now.
All right.
Today we're doing fruits and vegetables. Jim's already got us in a bad mood, so.
So these beers are going to make you feel better?
Yeah.
All righty.
So we're going to get the vegetable out of the way right off the bat.
The vegetable.
And this style here has, for whatever reason, gotten really popular, I guess.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years you'd have saw a beer with this in it, but
But I would think that it was only designed for Bloody Marys. Yeah. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was just a gimmick for Bloody Marys, but apparently there are people that really like this style.
But I can't believe the number of companies that are making a beer with pickle.
Yes.
And this is by we think one of the top breweries in the Midwest.
Barrel aged breweries,
One of the barrel aged breweries. And this is by Destihl.
Yep.
This is their dill pickle sour beer, and it's called Sucker Punch. Made with Sucker Punch pickle brine.
Oh, that should be really good then, huh?
So you probably need to like pickles to like this one.
Pickles, I'm thinking. Oh, it smells
Oh,
like pickles.
there's pickles in there.
There's some pickly stuff in there.
Ooh. You can smell it without even taking a drink.
Oh, wow. That's like drinking right out of the pickle jar.
The brine.
Now, I tried a different one. Do you remember there's a company that they had the Christmas pickle?
Yep.
But that tasted more like cucumber. This one is definitely pickle.
Yes.
This is pickle all day long.
Wow.
It looks like you're in pain, Toby.
I definitely have my pickle face on right now.
That is...
Toby, didn't you mention that your significant other does like this style?
She very much likes this style. She's had probably every one that we can get our hands on to try.
Pickle? She grabs more than one pickle?
Well, she likes to drink the dill pickle.
Oh,
ones.
there we go. Just wanted to clarify. The listeners may have got confused.
Jim was trying to go down a different road, and you brought him back.
No?
Yeah, it's...
This is...
Try to keep it clean for the kids.
There you go. Now, Destihl, they have this. They also have a spicy version of this. And they have a barrel-aged version.
Really?
Yeah. And
why would they ruin a good barrel-aged version?
Susie and I... It's funny you say that, because when we were down there the last time, I tried them. I got to try it. Just to see. It was actually really good.
Really?
Yes. And I tried to bring some back, but they don't have it in bottles or cans. So
the barrel-aged one?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, man, because I'm like, you guys got to try it, because it mellowed that pickle out. You could still taste it, but it wasn't anywhere like this one's pretty strong.
Ooh.
And yeah, it was good.
So who wants to be the lucky one to go first on their score?
Toby can go first.
Thanks. So when you talk about scoring something like this, it's hard because I like sour beers, but this is dill pickle sour beer, and I'm not a big dill pickle fan. So I don't want to take away from it, because I do think that I've heard other people say, hey, that's good. It's pickly, and like you mentioned, Jim, my wife definitely likes the pickle beers. But if I have to pick average as a starting point, for my opinion, I've got to give it like a 1.5.
Toby, can you clarify for the listeners, what's your lowest score you've ever given?
It might be this one.
So it's down on the bottom of your scale.
Yep. Pickle and beer to me just don't go together.
What Jim said when we first were opening this, I could see putting it in a Bloody Mary.
Ugh.
If you didn't want to put actual pickle juice in there, you could put this in there. But it's just weird. Like I said, just the number of companies that are making these now, it just blows me away that there's that big of a market for pickle beers, and yeah, I don't know how to rate it, because it's
part of your vegetables.
It's a vegetable. It's the only vegetable that I think we have on the list for this group here. So we did it right away.
It's supposed to be good for you, right? Vegetables are good for you.
Yes. And I'm kind of afraid of the guy on the label, because he's like one of them old time boxer guys. So if he scored it too low, he might get mad. I'm going to do a 2.0, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to do that because I'm afraid of that guy.
Mike, can we clarify who brought this beer?
I did.
So you're starting off right where Toby and I thought you would, bring in your low class swill to the party.
I wanted you guys to enjoy it with me.
Toby, are you enjoying this?
I'm wondering why there was so much in my glass.
Good point. Thanks, Toby. Thanks for being a team player. I think I'm gonna have to be there with Toby. I'm gonna have to go 1.5. I mean, because I think everybody knows I'm not a sour. I don't like sour
This
beers.
doesn't really even taste like a sour.
No,
all I get is that strong pickle.
Yeah, I mean, this is like,
you know?
like you said, drinking out of a pickle jar.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, that's supposed to prevent cramping. So maybe,
Oh, that's good. We got that going for us now.
Yeah,
If we run a marathon after this, we won't have to cramp up.
Oh, I'll be honest with you, Jim. I'm not running any marathons.
See, Toby looks for the silver lining in every dark cloud, and that, thank you. We aren't going to have cramps.
And we won't have to run a marathon.
Yeah, we don't have to run a marathon
So
either.
we got 2 benefits out of this.
Perfect.
All right, well, hey, we finished that one. We got it scored.
Okay.
I just want to remind everybody, Toby, you have -2 points, which ties into your partner, Mike.
Yeah,
has -2
I
points.
that's under protest. 'Cause
Okay.
I think mine was pretty darn close to being right.
Okay, you're right. You're close, but you're still wrong. So just remember that. So here we go. I'm giving you guys the pre-K questions up front.
Okay.
So here we go. This one is, where does the style of beer Gose come from? Mike, you start off with this one since Toby did the last
I can
one.
only lose 1 point, right?
Yep.
So on this question, where did it come from?
Yep.
I'm going to say the U.S.
Okay. Good answer.
Toby.
Toby?
Yeah, I would agree.
Toby, I wouldn't say that, though.
Oh,
Well,
because U.S. is probably too broad. He's probably looking for a city.
probably looking at a specific guy's
Yeah.
basement
Probably,
or something.
probably something that's overseas.
Oh,
Oh, geez, I'm glad he gives you that kind of hint.
I'm going to say it came from Europe then.
All right. We're going to give Toby a plus 0.5 for that one because he is partially right. So the answer is its name comes from the river Gose and the towns of Goslar, where it was originally brewed in Germany. So now we've got Mike at -3 and Toby at -1.5.
I got a question for you, Jim.
Well, we got another question though too. Hang on. We got some good
I was
ones.
say, can I have those questions and we'll see how smart you are on the answers?
Yeah. As soon as I finish them, I'll give them right to you so you can look them over. Another easy question. For the Gose style beer, where does the original salty character originate from?
Where does it originate from?
Yep, that's an easy question.
It's an easy question.
This
Jim
is
can't even
probably-
pronounce the name right. And he's saying
I'm
it's
throwing
an easy
these are
question.
like first grade lob high arcing softball balls for you guys.
And they're like a salt sea or something like that.
That's in Southern California, Salton Sea.
Oh,
I was there. That's not it though.
Where does the salty flavor originate from?
Yep. Again, these are easy ones. Come on, Mike.
I have no idea.
yeah.
I was gonna say salt water, but
Well,
where else is it gonna come from?
sea salt.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you both 0.5. I'm not going to give you full credit because it says the natural saltiness in Goslars, the city, mineral-rich aquifers. See? So, all right, so Mike is now at 2.5 to the bad, and Toby's at -1. Look at that.
I hate when he does this.
I'll save the next 2 for the next beer.
All right.
I mean, easy. Come on, guys. I thought you guys had this right in your wheelhouse.
So, you know, you talk about this Gose style beer. What do you think it's most similar to, Jim?
Probably the pickle beer.
Huh?
The saltiness.
But of the other beers that you may have had,
I would say I'd think it's more closely related. I would think to like a sour.
Oh, really?
the Gose style as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Because I think as a whole, we haven't tried a lot of Gose.
Not really. We've had some, but not a huge amount.
And I don't think we've had the original ones from Germany either.
No.
So I don't know if this is a playoff.
So, what type of beer, main core ingredient, would you say that the Gose style is closest to?
I haven't even had these before. I don't even know. Because
Well,
these seem like they got fruit. So I'm wondering if like the original is like what we had in a previous podcast where it was just like the beer, where these have some type of flavor added to them. So I don't know if that's
Right.
is there a company that makes the original, unfiltered, unflavored Gose.
Well, and you would have to assume that we didn't start out with flavors in them. They made this beer originally.
Right.
So
right.
what's one of the main ingredients of a beer then? Just trying to give the listeners an idea. And
well, beer is normally water, grain, or malt, hops.
Which one specifically?
Which one? What?
Which grain?
Depends on the beer.
Well, but
wheat, corn.
Yeah,
wheat.
It is wheat.
Wheat.
Yep.
So this has got a wheat.
So it's like a wheat.
Most are wheat beers.
Wheat beers. Okay.
Wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that style came up and you got
that's
some
what I'm
trivia
wondering
questions.
if they wanted to change the flavor that would make it more palatable to more people by putting these other flavors. Maybe the original must not have tasted as good. I
don't know,
because we haven't. I mean, we had a few, but not many, right?
All the Gose beers we've had have all been flavored.
Right.
I've never had one that was just like
a
Gose, whatever.
So they say it's a cousin to the more familiar Hefeweizen.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
there you go.
Cousin,
yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna.
Is it kind of like the bad cousin, like Mike is?
Only if the dill pickle's in it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm glad this one doesn't have dill pickle in it. We're going to the fruity side now.
The fruity side. What do we got?
So this one is from Founders, which we've had a lot of Founders beers.
Barrel aged.
We've had
several.
KBS, we've had CBS, we've had the breakfast style, we've had all sorts of them.
And they've all been good.
Yes. This one is their Green Zebra line.
Green Zebra.
And this is their watermelon Gose style ale.
Okay.
And it's got a green zebra on the can. So
I know you like Founders a lot. Well, I think we all pretty much like it. But I think from what's weird is doing a little bit of research, this is one of the few companies out there, because a lot of craft breweries have been shutting down, closing down,
getting bought out, whatever.
They talk about on their website that they doubled in size every year since 2007.
Really? Wow.
So, I mean, I think it kind of like they're not staying with one particular beer.
Yep.
They're doing different beers and getting out to more different people, which I think is good. I think that's got to be your business model almost nowadays. Even if you got a great beer, don't just stick with that, which I think we had a great beer that we both liked, and they stuck with that one beer only and then went on a business.
Yeah.
Remember the one from Kansas?
Buffalo Sweat.
Oh.
They had a great beer, but they only stuck with that in that one little thing and didn't branch out.
No, they branched out.
But
they branched out into some really nasty type beers, and their biggest seller was Buffalo Sweat. And then they built that huge edition, and then it was shortly after that they went out of business, which they have actually. I don't know if this other Wichita Brewing, if they bought them or they bought the rest of it, or if they're in collaboration, but Buffalo Sweat did come back, but it's only the distribution of it is really small. Now it's like in Kansas. We did find some in when we went to Dubuque.
Right.
Remember that one, the one liquor store, they had some. So they branched out a little bit, but it's not like what it was before, where it was like nationwide.
So, and I don't know if this has helped them, but I mean, I think it lends to their ability. I mean, their product. But they were partnered with the Spanish brewer. I think it's called Mahau San Miguel. Mm-hmm. So I think that helped them, spread to a whole different market. And then it looks like in here, it talked about that this partnership has even gotten stronger. So now there's a formal integration with Avery out of Colorado, Mahau, the Spanish one, and Founders.
Wow.
So, I mean, I think that maybe is the new business model for some of the craft breweries out there. They're, looks like they're partnering together, but in my opinion, I hope they maintain their flavor.
Oh, yeah.
They don't merge like some of the big businesses you see now. And then all of a sudden
that's always the fear that I have is somebody buys a company or whatever and they change the recipe.
Yep.
And it's like, really? Because like Founders, I mean, like I said before, KBS.
They got some good beers.
They've got beers that are like iconic out there. And it seems like to me that they've kind of let them just keep doing their thing, which is so good because otherwise it's like, oh, you got something that's really good and then let's tweak it and make it bad.
Right.
You know?
And they're distributing to all 50 states. Mm-hmm. So I mean that's a big thing too. I mean, you're not, I love the death spotted cow.
Yep.
But you can only get it in Wisconsin.
Yep.
I mean, just think if they were able to branch out to another state. I mean, I don't know. I'm not there to talk to the ownership group. I mean, but to me, you would think that that's how you could get more money infused into your company so you can even make more beer, do more things.
Well, it's funny because I remember a couple of stories, like you said, since you brought up Spotted Cow, where one was where there was a bar in Minnesota that was selling it on tap. Oh. And they got like raided because they're not licensed in Minnesota to sell whatever it is.
Right.
And they thought somebody in the media tried to spin it to where the lady that owns it, because actually New Glarus is owned by a lady, and that she turned them in. Oh. And she's like, why would I turn them in? I'd want them to sell more of my beer,
Right.
And the other story, though, was I believe it was the Chicago Cubs. I think it was the Cubs. Cubs or White Sox were playing in Wisconsin. It was probably the Cubs. And when they were headed back, they like loaded up their team bus full of cases of Spotted Cow, and they got stopped somewhere because, they didn't get in trouble or anything, but yeah, their bus was like full of Spotted Cow. So
nice.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And like I said, I think I mentioned on here before that my family and I, we had went to New Glarus and did a tour. And and the only bad part is they're not open on the weekend. So you have to go. We were there on a Friday. Yeah, we were there on a Friday, and I couldn't believe that before we left, we read a thing and it says like one of the biggest, I don't know, like a game that everybody plays is let's see how many different states license plates are in the parking lot.
Oh,
and I couldn't believe all the different states that were there. And it was just like wow. And we were gonna try and do. My brother and I were gonna try and do a podcast. It was so loud in there because of all the people. There's no way
really?
You could have done it. Yeah. But it was just crazy how Spotted Cow is just that popular.
Right.
And people will travel from all over the country to get it. And it blows my mind, really.
So should we talk about this beer?
Mm-hmm.
This is a watermelon, right?
This is their watermelon.
Gosh, I don't know.
So I'm not a big watermelon fan either. It just, we got pickles, we got watermelon, getting them out of the way.
Get them out of the way.
But I'll be honest with you, it's kind of just like to me, it tastes like I'm drinking a flavored water.
It almost, to me, it almost has like that fake watermelon flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's way too sweet. As far as that the watermelon, you know what I mean? It's
hard to even pick up the water. I mean, if I didn't see you pouring that can in here, I would not know this is watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
I would
agree. It's just too sweet. I mean, it's kind of sweetness, and then like we talked like a wheat. I don't even get that wheat texture. I mean, like, so I mean, I'm kind of missing both things that are supposed to be the most important components of this beer.
Right.
So one of the things that I will say, and we were kind of talking about that the style, that Gose style. I get salty aftertaste.
Yes, I do too.
It's the pickle beer.
I was wondering if it's the pickle beer or is it? But I do think there's a saltiness.
I've been trying to take the sips, and it really does have a salty finish to it.
But see, remember, this is what they say from the aquifers.
Mm-hmm.
See,
yeah. So it does have that. I do get that saltiness.
But see, now next time I ask that question, you guys will get it right.
Yeah. Did you ask it again?
Nope.
Do we get points?
Nope.
We get points. We get it right this time.
No, next episode.
Oh,
I'll ask it then.
Oh, okay.
If I find a green zebra, will I get any points?
Maybe.
Right there on the can.
No.
Oh,
for the next episode.
Oh, a real one.
For the next episode. Yes, I'll get you some if you find one for the next episode.
All right.
But it's got to be alive and kicking.
Oh, well, he's putting stipulations on stuff now.
All right, so Mike, you're first.
Well, like I said, the watermelon flavor to me, it's like a fake watermelon flavor. I just think it does have a saltiness to it. I'm going to do like a 2.2. I mean, would I drink a lot of them? I don't know. It's just, I don't mind the fact that it doesn't have a strong wheat flavor to it. I don't mind that, but it's just, like I said, it's that fake watermelon. To me, that fake watermelon taste is just a little bit too, I don't know.
Too much?
Too much, yeah.
All right. Toby, what do you think?
So I agree with Mike on this. Sometimes you're going to have an ale beer and you're just wondering how flavorful or how much that wheat is going to come through, right? And that's not there. It's very smooth that way, very drinkable. So when you're looking at your average score, is this above average or below average? I think it's below average a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I'm about a 2.3.
2.3. Ooh, you're way up
You liked it better than I did. Nice. Thank you, Toby.
I think I'm right in there with you guys that I'm not a big watermelon guy, but I don't taste watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's hard to, we always talk about whatever's on the can should be
In the can, yeah.
Right. I think what's in my glass might be what came out the back end of the green zebra.
Right.
Because it doesn't taste really good to me. I was hoping for something better, and it didn't quite live up to it. So I'm actually going to have to go 1.7 for me.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like I said, it's just, I don't know, if it would have had, and I don't know how, if you brew with a watermelon, because I mean, yes, watermelon has flavor, but it's not a real strong flavor.
Right.
So how do you do that, and it, to me, like I said, it's almost too much of a fake flavor, I guess, my opinion.
But I do think there's probably a large niche out there that would get this and be like, this is great beer because
there is, yeah.
It doesn't have that beer flavor to it.
Yep.
It's sweet. It is drinkable.
Yeah.
So
then before we go on to the next one, I got a couple questions here for you guys. Get your brain caps up, Mike. Put your dunce cap on.
Okay.
So just for the audience, Toby's in the lead at -1, and Mike is tailing Charlie again at -2.5.
Under protest.
So here, I think Toby already kind of hit this question, but we'll give it to you since it's on my sheet, and you guys might already know the answer. So Toby, unlike most beers, which are primarily made from malted barley, Gose uses at least half of what ingredient?
half of the barley or the wheat?
Okay, we'll give you 0.5 for that. Mike?
So you're looking for 2 ingredients or 1?
1.
Well, I'm going to go wheat so I can at least get a half a point under Jim's cockamamie.
It's good logic. And
Yeah.
the way he
Under his
scores, yeah.
horrible
Wheat.
scoring.
Yeah.
What kind of wheat?
Wheat.
What kind of wheat?
Beer wheat.
How about malted wheat?
Oh,
Oh, and then he gives us attitude. Oh my gosh, I get so mad at that guy.
All right,
malted milk balls. I mean, do we get points for that?
Yeah.
All right, so here's my last go.
Oh, yes, his last
Question.
question. Oh, just on
Gose.
Gose? Oh.
Here we go. Hops are added for flavoring.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that, right? Yet the hop character in a Gose is minimal to undetectable, right?
Agreed.
Instead, what is the final ingredient that's added?
Final ingredient to a Gose?
Yep.
A Gose.
So it's minimal. So it's the very... Mike, you're first.
Oh, yay. That's when they drop the salt shaker in or what?
No, because that's part of the water.
Oh, that's right. That's part of the water. That's one of the first things.
Yes.
What's the...
This is, again, the slow pitch, the big high R.
It
Easy
sure
one.
is.
It sticks right out. I mean, I tasted it when I took the first swig of that.
Again, when he has the answers,
No, but before I even looked at my paper, I could tell.
It-
It was easy to pick out.
He had no clue.
I have no clue.
No, not you. He didn't either.
Oh, Jim has no clue either. Yeah, we know
All right,
that.
so what's your answer? So we give...
I'm -1.
The last ingredient that goes in there?
Yep.
Water.
Yeast.
No, so you're -1.5. Coriander. I tasted that right off the bat. I can't believe you didn't pick that up.
I didn't.
I mean, you could at least said what's the last spice that goes in there?
Okay,
I mean,
what's the
narrowed
last-
it down.
What's the last spice that goes in there?
Well, coriander.
Oh, yeah, you too late. I already gave you that. So. Good try, though. All right.
Oh, coriander, huh?
He makes me so angry.
So now what do we got?
We got another Founders Green Zebra.
Mike, did you bring both of these?
Yep. Because you guys are going to enjoy them right along with me.
Enjoy
This one is
them?
pineapple.
I like pineapple. We're improving.
All right. So is it better than watermelon?
Hypothetically, I would think it should have more flavor.
Yes.
In theory.
Before I open it, I would think, okay, is it going to be like heartburn levels of pineapple? I don't think so.
No.
I think it's going to be
Sweeter.
mellow, but hopefully it's got more flavor than the watermelon.
And if it doesn't, what kind of retribution can we pay upon you?
We can push Jim down the stairs.
Wow. Can we junk punch you up in your man business?
Nah, I'd rather you didn't.
That's
See, Jim.
See, I
That's
kept
just
it
not nice.
PG. I kept it PG too.
True.
You see that?
Yeah, Jim's
It wasn't
angry
even
side-
offensive.
good choice of words.
His angry side just keeps coming out.
All right. So, Mike, this had better be good.
I have no idea.
You know what I smell?
Again, I don't smell
Coriander.
Oh, see, look at I do too.
First thing.
Yeah.
See,
I'm still smelling a little bit of dill pickle too.
no, I farted.
Mm.
Hmm.
Huh.
Mm. I don't taste any pineapple.
I'm sure I'm getting.
I taste salt.
Yeah, it's salty.
Yeah. These beers are very salty.
See,
And is that like a good move? Like they're salty, so you just want to drink more of them?
see, I gave you guys the answer. See,
Do you remember? Oh, this is probably 5-8 years ago, maybe. That Miller Lite had some kind of. It was a Miller Lite, but it had like salty something in it. And Susie and I had bought a 6-pack of it one time when we were going up to the camper, and I drank one can of it, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm done with that," because it was so over the top salty that you drank it and you were so thirstier than what you were before you drank it, you know. And I didn't see it very long. They must have said, "Ooh, that's not a good idea," and they got out of that. But I can't remember what. We'd have to look back and see if we can find it. But it was some kind of a thing where they were putting like salt, and it was like over the top salt. It was really nasty.
I mean, I know people put salt in their draft beers. That
I've seen
Give
it
it a little bit of-
you know.
to put a crown on your beer.
Oh yes.
See,
There you go.
how do you
See,
like-
now you worked it in.
Wait, knuckle
from
punch
last
on
week.
it?
Yeah.
You like that knuckle punch on that?
You must have wrote that down and remember that for a week. So.
Hey, that's what I do. I try to educate you guys, not the listeners, because you guys forget too easy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm distracted by this green zebra because I think I taste more zebra than I do pineapple.
Yeah, there's just not.
I'm just not getting it.
Oh,
And I was thinking this one was going to be sweeter than the watermelon, but
I don't get any pineapple.
no.
If you would have put taper on both these cans and
You
poured
almost
on it-
couldn't have told them apart.
I don't know. You couldn't. I couldn't tell your flavors. I could have told you one was a little sweeter,
Right.
but I couldn't come up with a flavor.
I think you're right, Jim. There's no way I could have said either of those two. That that's watermelon. Oh, that's pineapple.
No.
There's no way.
I mean, there's not even an aroma to it.
Mike,
is just
who
weird.
brought these beers?
I did.
Oh, Mike, you're gonna lose your card here pretty quick.
Well, you know.
Toby, you want to go first on this one?
You know, when I rated the watermelon one, I kind of gave myself some room to thinking that the pineapple would be better.
Right.
I think the pineapple's worse. So like,
Worse than a dill pickle.
well, no.
Okay, so you do have a line.
Well,
you do have a lower.
He's not saying that.
You have a lower
But
limit.
I got to give the pineapple a 2.
2.0. All right. Yeah. I'm right in there with you, Toby. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sure what they were actually going for. I don't. It's really, really hard to tell. I wish we had somebody from founders here to really help us navigate through this one, because this one's difficult for me. I'm saying it's worse than a watermelon by a little bit, because the watermelon was a little sweeter. So I'm going to have to go 1.6.
Say I'm going like a 1.8. I don't get any pineapple at all. You know, and it's you get the salt. I mean, you kind of get that coriander, but then it's like some kind of almost like a manufactured flavor. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to they dump just like pineapple extract or or some kind of
Not
like
real
Jolly
pineapple.
Rancher type pineapple
Right.
flavoring, but it doesn't stand out at all. You know, and there's nothing on the aroma as far as a pineapple. And when I said, "Oh, I'm worried about heartburn," you ain't getting heartburn because there's I don't know if there's pineapple in it. I don't know.
So, Mike, is this your lowest score for a beer?
No.
Oh, you got some lower than the...
Oh yeah, remember the salmon beer?
Oh, it's the ground up salmon?
Yeah. You guys haven't lived until you had. And again, remember last week we had those German beers.
Yep.
The salmon beer was a German beer. Every bit of writing on that label was in German, and I guarantee it said not for human consumption on there.
I thought you couldn't. I thought you know the German language now.
Nope. All I know is that beer was horrible.
So how'd you know it was in German?
Because you can see it was German. You look at it, you can tell it's German writing. It was a German beer.
It didn't say
It
how.
was a dark beer, and it tasted like you ground up salmon and let it sit out on the porch for a month, and then you put it in a bottle and said, "Here, drink it."
So you thought it'd be a good idea to buy one?
No, actually, one of the other guys up at the lake brought it for a beer
was it?
tasting.
You can't claim that one?
I did not buy that
Okay,
one.
that's good.
Oh, all right. Well, so
Tom bought that one, and to this day, every time we have a beer tasting, we bring it up, and he goes, "Yep." The one time he said, "You should be able to defend every beer you've ever brought." We said, "And?" He goes, "Yeah, there's no defense for that one." We actually waived the no throwing it out rule on that beer. That's the only beer we've ever done that. It was
horrendous.
I'm hoping that it was just a bad bottle. Is what I'm hoping, but it was the most horrible thing I've ever drank. And it was, it was just like, you know.
All right, let's get back into some fun here. I want to laugh a little more. So let's go back to our points here and our questions. Toby's in the lead at a negative 1.5. Mike is falling farther behind. He's at negative 3. He still can't even see the light of day yet.
Again, under protest because I got the first one right, so I should be at -1.
So here, another easy question. I got 2 easy questions here, and I know you guys got these. They're probably already in your Rolodex and got the answers. Toby,
Yeah.
which style of craft beer makes up the largest percentage produced?
Produced today?
Yes.
I'm going to take a crazy stab at this one and say IPAs.
That's exactly what I was going to say because there's so many different varieties. I think it'd be IPA.
Yeah.
And you both are correct.
Nice. Good job.
So that brings Toby up to minus 0.5,
And I should be
And
at
Mike's
0 because I
zero.
got that first one right.
and Mike is at minus 2. So here's our last one before we move into our lineies.
Okay.
Which style, and this is for Mike to answer first,
Okay.
which style of craft beer was our first president, which would be George Washington, Mike?
Yeah.
Just make sure, I don't know if you knew that.
Yep, I knew that.
Okay.
Yep.
What was he fond of?
What was he fond of?
Not fond of eaters, just fond of.
What style?
Yes.
Boy. So you're talking like 1700s.
Yep. And we still drink it today. Again, these are like first grade,
I'm going to
first
go
grade questions.
Pilsner.
All right, Pilsner. And Toby, don't say that.
Why do you give him help?
I didn't.
You did too.
Somebody
Everybody in
behind
the free world heard
It
you.
was someone from behind.
So I just think this is kind of ironic with the next beer we're going to drink, because he chopped down Cherry Tree. But
It's kind of funny, yeah.
I'm going to go with an amber.
All right. So both very good answers and both incorrect.
I figured.
So it was a porter because the English were making up porters, and he wanted to do his political, build up his foreign
cred,
relations.
street cred.
Yes, with the
Gotcha.
English.
Makes sense.
I mean,
Interesting.
these are easy questions. I can't believe. Oh, let's go back to the scores here. Mike is now at minus 3.
1.
3.
And
And
I got
Toby's
the first
at-
one right.
No, we checked with the judges.
Your judges
And
are
if you
liars.
and if you keep complaining, they're going to dock 5 more points.
Wow. I didn't see that in the rules.
So Toby's still in the lead, being the novice he is compared to the professional beer drinker that Mike is. So
You wait. I'm going to bring some questions, and we're going to see how he does.
oh yeah, next go around. We got some more. Good
Oh, yeah,
ones.
next go round. All right.
So are we done with the god awful gauche?
Yeah, we're done with the Gose. Now we are going, and this is one of those companies that it's Leinenkugal's.
Okay.
And some people say it's not a craft brewery. I think it still is, but they've really kind of been focusing on the shandy side, more than their other stuff in the last number of years. But this year they are pushing their Lakeside Cherry.
Ooh, all right.
And look, they got kayakers on the can.
Does that look like Mike in there kayaking?
No.
That's not Mike?
That's not me. But it's on the lake. It's cool. So,
Toby, you want to read that little write-up about him? At the top there?
Was it 4.6? 4.4%.
4.4, yeah. IBU of 12. So the Lakeside Cherry is Leinenkugal's crisp and refreshing beer made with real cherry juice and natural cherry flavor. It is innovative, flavorful, and takes on a classic German...
And it's almost a pink color.
Gose-style beer. The beer was inspired by Rose Leinenkugel, who mortgaged her family home to save the Leinenkugel's business after Prohibition.
Wow.
And the use of cherries creates a, what'd you say about it? A rose-colored,
Yeah,
Mike?
it's like a,
it's like a rose-colored liquid
color.
honoring Rose.
Huh.
And all of her pioneering, resilient
Wow.
women like her.
Take a whiff of that.
I love cherries.
That smells like cherry. It's not super strong, but you can smell the cherry.
But it's interesting that we tied this one right into the two previous ones that were gauche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's got a kind of a cherry flavor to it.
But it does have a little bit of salt to it, too. Like a little faint.
A little bit.
So I wonder if that's how they're... But I don't taste that wheat flavoring. You know, the wheat.
No.
But I mean, this
definitely
mixes together pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely has, like I said, the cherry, it's not over the top
Right.
flavor, but you can definitely taste it. At least you can taste it in those last.
Yeah,
Right.
you could... There is a cherry flavor here.
Yes.
In this glass.
I would say right now, the flavor that really stood out on all those was the dill pickle. You could taste that.
It wasn't a good flavor.
And you know, that it just... When you think about what you guys always talk about, and what I hear you say on the podcast a lot of times is we want a beer to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That dill pickle takes first place for that.
Yeah. If it's on the can, it should be in the can. That was in the can.
Yeah.
Where the last two, not so much. This one, it's in the can. I mean, you can definitely get a cherry flavor.
Yeah.
You know, we've had other beers that had cherry in it that a lot of them have been, we've had some stouts, you know, some high octane stouts that have had cherry in it that are good.
We had some dark chocolate with cherry.
Yes.
Those
were really good.
And I think I should have had this ready because we were just talking about it, but my significant other just sent me a text.
Uh-oh.
And
please tell me she's mad because he's picking on us for these questions.
Central Waters just released a new beer, and it's called the Cherry Kringle Stout.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes, you did. Oh, you guys don't want to know about it? So I got new info that you guys have.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to keep you guys...
We've had the pecan kringle, which was very good.
Right, this is a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout with Door County cherries.
Wow.
So there's
We're going to have to keep an eye out for that one. Hey, Jim, you should buy some of those.
And for me to drink?
Let Toby and I come over and we'll try them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Compared to what you brought there, buddy, it's going to take you a while to work up to coming back to drink some of my good beer.
Oh. Till next week.
Oh.
I actually think Central Waters has a release next week on the 22nd.
Really?
I believe so.
Because it says available now. This new.
Oh, that one is?
This one says available, but I'm sure that because they've been doing a lot of releases through the year. They're not holding theirs up like.
So, not to cut you off, do you remember? Have you seen any? I'm just wondering, has Goose Island released any of their stuff yet? Because remember, we heard that from the distributor last year that they weren't going to wait till Black Friday or whatever. They're going to do it throughout the year. I haven't seen or heard anything.
I haven't either. I haven't been out as much.
Right.
But I mean, maybe now. I mean, we can all start getting into checking it out because I mean, especially now this because I mean the Kringle stout was really
That
good.
was good.
The pecan Kringle was really good.
Very good.
So we've never had anything. I don't think from Central Waters with cherries. So that should be good. That should be good one.
For sure.
So do you want to go first on Liney's? Because I know you've had a couple of these before.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I'm going to give it a 2.5. I do think I like the level of the cherry flavor. It could use maybe a touch more, but overall, I think it's good. I give it 2.5.
Toby, what do you think?
It was one of those where I think I expected a little bit more to it, and Leinenkugals, they've got a distinct flavor in their beers, and so it kind of falls into that line. And so I thought that the cherry would balance it a little bit more. I'm just right below average with it. I'm like a 2.4.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're saying your best beer so far today.
It is the best beer.
Well, you got a pickle in it too that really didn't taste like what they said.
Yeah, by far.
And I think I'm right in there. I mean, like I think Mike mentioned, I would have liked a little bit more cherry. I think they got whatever cherries they're using are good, but just a little bit more of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to change your ABV. I think it's just going to give you a little more flavor. But again, I don't know the Gose style again. Does the wheat or the salt lower the cherry flavor? I don't know. I don't know how that all works. Either complements or takes part of it away. So I'm up there too. I'm gonna actually say a 2.3. So this is definitely the first beer today that I've rated in the twos. So it's up there for me.
Okay.
So I like it.
You do wonder, because the salt was so prevalent, it seemed like in those green zebras, if that does take away from the flavoring of any of the fruit that they'd put in it, because you don't think of salt and cherries going together as a natural flavors.
Right. I agree with you. It could very well be, but the salt, you tasted the salt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure. All right, Jim, hit us with your next.
No, let's just try the next beer.
What? Oh, he's running out of questions now.
Oh,
I'm trying to save the best for last.
Oh. All right.
Because we got a negative 1.5 for Toby and a negative 3.
A -1 for me because the first one I got right.
And it's under protest, but we checked with the judges a second time. So it's actually negative 2 points.
He talked to the water heater this time.
yeah.
So
And
now
it went
he's down
gurgle,
by
gurgle.
2 points.
Yeah. Oh, now it's down 2 more points. All right, well.
So now what do we got on tap?
Now we have, this is from Weldwerks Brewing Company.
Weldwerks.
Yep. And we've got Bamm, Rubble.
It almost sounds like Barney.
Like the Flintstones.
There you go.
And this is a fruited sour, 5.2%. Sour ale with fruity rice cereal.
Ooh.
Strawberry, milk sugar, vanilla, and marshmallow. So I'm guessing like fruity rice cereal would be like
Fruity Pebbles. Fruit Loops. Yeah,
is what I would guess. What color are you guessing before I pour it?
I'm seeing a light red to yellowish.
Light red to yellowish.
That would be orange, but
Ish. Sorry, it can, but not like a Miller Lite yellow.
Sure.
Kind of
I think it's going to be more beer colorish. I don't think it's going to be red as much as you'd think it would be based off of the description.
All right, here we go. That's beer color.
Yeah.
Total just beer color.
And it's very
What a letdown.
Yeah, very
I thought it was going to be like,
very clear. Well, not clear, but
I thought it was going to be some weird, nasty color because of the Fruity Pebbles. I mean, the fruity rice cereal. That smells different.
Ooh.
What do you smell though?
So I see it says it's a sour ale with fruited rice, cereal, strawberry, milk, sugar, vanilla, and marshmallow.
All right,
Jim, why don't you get that bad
all right,
boy a whirl?
listeners.
Listen, hang on.
What the?
I knew that was coming because we both went, ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I react like that to a sour, I know Jim is going to.
I do.
And what was weird is the marshmallow was the very first flavor, and then it's like, poof,
I do.
it exploded.
I honestly, I do kind of get that Fruity Pebble flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like salty or something, and whatever that other, it's really sour. It's definitely sour. I don't know. I don't taste the vanilla at all. And I'm not sure on the strawberry, but I definitely can taste like the Fruity Pebbles type, fruity rice cereal flavor.
So what's interesting, our reaction on the first drink versus the second and third, and the flavoring.
The second one.
No, that sour bite is not there.
Yeah.
Maybe it finally got rid of the pickle taste in my
It
mouth.
could have been.
Yeah.
That first one was like, whoa, but the second one was like, it's not as bad as what I was
No.
thinking. Let's see Jim's second taste here.
Boy, this is. Mike, did you bring this one?
Yes, I did.
So, just to clarify and confirm,
Mm-hmm.
this is our fruit and vegetable category.
Vegetable category.
Which one is this?
It's fruits, yeah. Fruity rice cereal and
Strawberry?
strawberries.
There is?
That's what it says.
And that you're sticking by that.
I am sticking by what the brewer said, yes.
Oh, my God. All right, here we go.
The second is not.
It's not as bad as the first
Which I think is like an interesting, thing for people to understand. Like that initial first sip isn't always what it is.
Yeah.
You got to give things a second chance.
It shocks your taste buds.
Right.
And then after you get,
Well, so what's weird is, I looked in their website and their promise, right? At Weldwerks, we relentlessly pursue the creation of unique and innovative beer for every palate under the rainbow, especially Mike's rainbow. Our mantra, dialed in beer, speaks to an innate desire to continually dial in processes and procedures in an effort to create a world-class experience for our consumers for now and years to come.
Can I say this is heartburn in a can? I'm getting heartburn from this one.
Yeah, it's sweet. Milk, sugar, vanilla, and marshmallow.
So would Brian give extra points for the artwork on this one?
You probably would.
This is probably our best artwork we've had today, right?
Yeah, I give them credit.
Describe what it's showing.
I don't know how to describe it.
It looks like a bunch of guys that are they underwater? Or are these like...
There's like a robot guy right there, I think.
But aren't those the guys that are underwater, like they have the big suits that can...
Oh,
Yeah,
could be.
or
Yeah.
divers or
Big divers?
Could be.
But I don't think they use pickaxes underwater, do
But
they?
then this guy's kind of freaky, whoever this guy is.
That's
Yeah.
probably Mike.
Yeah, he's looking like...
Is that Fruity Pebbles that they're like breaking apart
I didn't know you had to harvest Fruity Pebbles, but...
from the ocean?
Yeah. This one is definitely heartburn. It's in a pint. It's in a pint can, so you got to be committed when you open this bad boy.
Yeah, there's... who wants to go first on this scoring montage?
1.7.
Do you want to think about it?
Nope.
This is your lowest.
Oh,
You've lowered this one below your dill pickle.
Yeah, I would rather drink the dill pickle because I didn't get heartburn from the dill pickle. I can get heartburn from this one.
Toby,
Yeah,
did Mike fall and hit his head?
No.
all right. It's definitely above the dill pickle for me. I get, I was kind of expecting a little bit more of like the milk flavor that you get when you eat Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles.
Punch. Fruity Pebbles.
That I thought it'd be a little bit better, particularly since it says the marshmallows and the vanilla. And then they threw strawberry in there too, and I'm not getting it. So,
And then vanilla too.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And I've taken several sips now, and every time I take a drink, it's a little different. It's not as sour as that first initial drink was. But your average normal beer 2.5. I'm with Mike on this one. But I'm a little bit above him because it's better than the dill. I'm at a 1.8.
1.8.
Oh, I'm getting heartburn.
And just to clarify for the listeners, who brought this beer?
Jim did.
No, Jim did not. Jim brought the next one. You're gonna man up the next one.
Oh, that's right. Dang it.
This is not a good beer. I'm sorry, because I'm not a sour guy. This is not in my wheelhouse.
Did we
at
say
all.
what the ABV on this one was?
And I'm burping up something.
Not that it matters. But
I think it's 5.2%.
5.2, yes. I just say not that it matters. It's not going to make a difference, but
No.
For me, this one and the dill pickle are right in there together. I mean, it's not easy for me to even get mine drank down. I don't know. Because, I'm going to even go below my dill pickle. I'll go 1.4.
Wow.
oh, yeah, that's not very good. I'm sorry, Weldwerks. But
You guys must like the pickle a little bit more than I do then.
No, Mike really likes the pickle in his own little way.
According to your ratings.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And the ratings. Yeah.
What were you guys
in
thinking?
the ratings, I like the pickle.
Okay.
better.
Come on, guys.
Yes. Oh, hey Jim, you missed some.
No.
All right, give us your last
question.
PhD level questions that you've been just waiting to hit us with.
So this one is for 2 points. There's 2 questions.
Which I got the first one right.
So
and
this-
counted it wrong.
So this could switch
things.
Right. So could go from Toby to Mike or Mike to Toby. This could change the whole game right here.
Okay.
So the question is, what is the name of the first brewery in the United States, and what state was it in?
Who goes first?
Toby.
I think we should write the answers down so we each have a fair chance.
There you go.
Well, okay. Here's a question: is this brewery still in existence?
Yep, it sure is.
Okay. Well, we both know the brewery.
Yep. Let's
Because
say,
it's the
let's say it
oldest
together.
Yingling. Because they're the oldest brewery in the United States.
I
And
would
if
recommend you guys don't use that answer.
then you're wrong because that's the oldest brewery in the United States.
That's their claim to fame.
Yes. You got wherever you got your information from. Did you go on the Wikipedia? That's just idiots putting stuff on there.
So is Yingling the first one to brew or the first one that was established? Because, see, I think there's...
I don't know, because that's why I asked, is it still in existence?
It still doesn't exist. This one is.
Because Yingling, they're claiming they're the oldest brewery.
So they
in
might be the
United
oldest, but
States.
they may not have been like formally established as a brewery. So there's a difference.
He's pulling for straw. He doesn't want us to get this right.
No, I'm giving you the honest question. Write down your answer,
With what? I don't have anything to write
and then
with.
put down under the state too. And then you got a chance. You got a 1 in 50 chance for the state, and a 1 in 100 chance for the brewery.
These are great odds, Mike.
Yeah.
You guys both could. This is, I mean, so easy. I mean,
Well,
if Caroline was here, she'd be getting these knocked out of the park.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't get him knocked out of the park. I'm thinking you wouldn't get him.
No, I'd have her sit right here.
if you wouldn't have had the answers.
These are easy questions. I can't believe that you guys don't have these.
I'm going off of all of the stuff that their people have said.
Hey, so you could be led astray.
Because if you're saying,
I only give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right. So the answer is Anchor Brewing from San Francisco, California.
Oh, of course.
So
I've never heard of that, Jim.
Yes.
I've heard of Anchor Brewing, but I don't think that's the oldest brewery.
All right. Well,
Because Yingling, that's their claim to fame. And the second oldest is what I wrote down, which is Stevens Point Brewing. Their claim to fame is they're the second oldest brewery in the United States.
But
So I am at +1.
so let's ask the judges. Judges, which answers are correct? No, not even close. So,
I'm so mad right now.
so here's the final score. Mike,
1.
-5.
Nope. I'm at -1 then because I got
He's-
those
he's-
two right.
If he goes any lower, we're going to have to bring out the red pen and he's going to dig a deeper hole. And Toby's at a negative
You wait. We're bringing questions, and you're the only one going to answer them.
3.5. So Toby wins. Toby is now got the street
He's
cred.
just slightly less dumber than I am, apparently.
No, he's like neons, light years ahead of you.
No.
He's
And
the
I think-
smartest one.
I
Congrats.
don't think the answers Jim gave us were correct,
So Toby,
especially that last one.
since you're the winner, why don't you open this last beer for us and give us a little bit about that one?
so I'll definitely change the topic here.
Okay.
But so as I reach for this last beer that Jim has provided us today, it's a winter ale, and it's made in an abbey.
Ooh.
So that means some monks
Some monks did it.
Monks.
were definitely part of it.
Nice.
This bottle though is as large as a wine bottle, so it's not your typical.
So Mike's going to start whimpering here pretty quick. Is that what you're saying, Toby?
Well,
I think Jim is going to start whimpering here pretty quick.
so it's in a bottle that is 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces, and the alcohol of it is 7% by volume.
Okay.
All right. Well, so it's not over the top.
No, yeah, it's higher than what we've had.
So
the rest of this category.
So the large bottle kind of scares you to think it's going to be
Right.
double digit.
And it's got a cork, and it had one of them cages on it before Jim took it off.
Right.
So we got to make sure we take it off so we don't
So
spew it everywhere.
I'm going to call it Val-Dieu. Val-Dieu.
That's what I would guess.
How did you spell the last word?
Dieu.
Winter ale.
All right, here goes the cork, gentlemen.
All right, let's
Let's see if we can pick that up.
Let's hear some.
Oh, there it was.
Wow. That was. Have we ever had a beer do that?
Oh yeah, we've had one of the ones with corks in
No,
them.
I
but-
mean, make the actual pop. That's pretty cool, ain't it? That's better than the cat call from Alabama Boss.
No, that's dumb.
Wow. try to integrate some other parts here, and Mike just slams.
I just slammed her down because I'm
Cool.
I'm still mad about the whole question thing.
You should take a picture of that for the listeners to see that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, we didn't even need a corkscrew or anything to pull it out.
All right.
Oh, don't spill
don't spill it on that.
All right, so this is the winter ale.
A winter ale.
And I think I've had this for like 10 or 15 years.
Or since it says on the bottle at least from March this year. Yeah. March of 24. So don't say you had it for 10 years.
I mean,
that tastes different than most winter ales I've had. Definitely a stronger Belgian.
Yeah, the spices aren't over the top.
Like when you think of the monk yeast, that definitely is a strong flavor in this.
And that definitely goes to the coloring and, and the look of it,
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a hazy, it's not clear.
No.
But it's
kind of orangish.
It almost looks like.
But we all get a nice crown.
Yeah, it's got a very nice crown. Man, you have glammed onto that, and he's using that for all she's worth.
But I mean, what's weird is like that head stays with your beer.
Yes,
it doesn't go. Which we don't have many of those. I don't know if it's the But I mean, the flavor's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, it's not bad.
No,
I can tell you if you showed up with a 6-pack of that, though, I'd be worried.
Yeah, I don't think you could drink a 6-pack of that. 6-pack of them big giant bottles. Jim, you should try that. Get 6 of them, and you can just sit down, and we'll sit out in the driveway.
But it's only a little over a pint, it says.
Yeah, but then you'd have 6 of them.
Yeah, there's...
When you're getting up towards that gallon level, when you get done, it's like, oof.
So it's not so much the first bottle, but it's the sixth
it's like the
6th bottle?
The sixth
bottle. I was
bottle.
going to say, if you hit bottle 4, you're doing good.
Yeah.
But see, if they were like the Central Waters big bottles, like Pappy, and you had to drink 6 of those.
Yeah. That's a little different, though. Those aren't 7%.
Yeah.
Those are slightly higher.
So do you want to go first on the scoring on this?
I don't mind it. Sorry, I just took another taste. I'm gonna go with 2.4.
Wow.
I guess. I mean it's
so
all right.
Your best one today, huh?
No.
You like the dill pickle?
Honestly, I don't think there was a best one today. I don't know. It's okay. I don't mind it, but what I say I'm specifically going to buy that one, I'm probably not.
All right, Toby, what are you thinking?
So I was kind of excited about this one, because sometimes you find some
of those are very good.
I think this is the gold nugget in the rough.
That's because you brought it, so of course you're going to vote for it.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I'm going to go a little bit higher than you, Mike. I think I'm probably at a 2.4 with it. I can't say it's an average beer.
Did you say you were at a 2.4?
2.4.
That's what I said. So
did you?
You weren't any higher than me.
Oh, then no, I'll agree with you.
Okay,
sorry.
thank you.
You already had a 2.4.
I did have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't go higher. I mean, if anything,
he's not going any higher on the swill that you brought.
I mean, I'd go down to 2.3, but
no, Jim, no, you're fine. You're fine.
No, it's a 2.4. It's just,
and we've had a number of like Abbey style, or the if you want to call it, like you said, monk beers, and it's not bad, but it's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe, I guess, but it's okay.
Even just after the first glass, though, I kind of feel like it fills you up.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. It's got that.
Well, we got a little more left. Do you want to finish the rest?
We have a lot more left.
That bottle's way bigger than the cans were, so we have more left, Jim. You can have some more.
All right.
What are you thinking there?
So I'm thinking this is my best beer today. I'm going to have 2.6 easy all day.
Who brought this one?
2.6 all day. The finish is smooth. I know that it's a winter ale. It is lacking in some spices. I don't taste as much of the spice. I would have liked a little more of spice. I mean, whatever they wanted to use, whether it was the allspice, winter spice, cinnamon, any nutmeg, something give me a little bit more. And I don't know if it's the style of beer they use, if it was a Belgian, if that cut that down. But I would have liked just a touch more. It would have been up there in the 3 range for me. And I think the other part is, I don't think they needed to put it in such a big bottle. They could have just gave us a 12 ounce.
They could have been a little more,
A 12 ounce bottle for me would have been fine.
Just fine. Yeah.
I don't know. I know that if you get a bigger bottle, the person has to pay more. So I don't. Is it a marketing thing? I don't know what. But definitely, we don't get many bottles this big for what we're doing on our podcast. I mean, we have seen some other ones, but I mean, this is like kind of over the top. And then so that's a little bit of a challenge because it's going to be a lot more money. I mean, I think you'd sell more if you had it in a 12-ounce can or a 12-ounce bottle.
Right.
People wouldn't be probably as leery to try it and take it, But that's just my opinion.
You're committed when you open that bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big bottle. So,
all right. So, Mike, you want to do your summary first?
I'll do my summary. Honestly, if I had to recommend, it depends on what you're looking for. Okay. If you're looking for a beer that you could mix with a Bloody Mary, I'd say the Dill Pickle. But just to flat out drink, I guess, honestly, the only two that I could even say that, would be the last one, that Winter Ale. You could do that, or the cherry, the Lakeside cherry from Leinie's.
For drinkability.
Drinkability, because I mean, the founders, it had too much of a fake flavor to it. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you're going to mix it with a Bloody Mary, I'd use that Dill Pickle. I wouldn't sit and drink a 6-pack of the Dill Pickle on its own. Okay. But if you could mix it with a Bloody Mary, I think it would be really good. And then, like I said, that sour, it was heartburn in a can. So that, I'd say the Winter Ale and the Lakeside Cherry is the two that, if you're going to try them, just, those would be the two I'd say to try. So just to clarify, if you were going to recommend of this category to somebody to drink for a first-time craft beer drinker, the first time I would say do the cherry one.
Okay. So the other ones probably hold off. Don't try it. If you're a first time craft beer drinker.
Yeah. Like I said, unless you're having a Bloody Mary and somebody mixed it in and you didn't know, But I guess for a first time person, I would say the cherry one.
All right. Toby, what's your summary? I mean, good, bad, ugly. What do you think?
Yeah, so obviously the pickle, there's a niche for that. There's people who like it. It's just not mine. I don't like it, and so mix it with a Bloody if you want. I'd probably ruin a Bloody, but that's just my opinion. The other ones, this Green Zebra thing, like I said, there's probably a certain age group out there that'd be like, hey, this stuff's great. There's no flavor to it. You can just drink it and enjoy it.
Sweet water.
And then that Bamm. That was just all over the place for me, and I mean that was below even the Green Zebras that didn't have any flavor of anything. So I'm with Mike, the Lakeside Cherry, and then that Winter Ale. Were definitely the two that I think were the better of the ones. Maybe a little disappointed in the Winter Ale. Like Jim said, there's just not kind of the spices that you expect out of a Winter Ale. So if you want to have a beer and enjoy it, I'm going to support Leinie's right now and say have that Lakeside Cherry.
All right, and I think I'm right in with you guys. I mean, you guys, I think, have hit on the key points. Those first four we had, just for me, were not there. I could not, with any clear conscience, recommend that anybody drink those. They were just, I don't know, because I'm just not a sour guy, and now I'm understanding what a Gose is, and I'm not sold on that either. So if I saw those on a label, I would be hesitant to buy it myself. So if I'm hesitant, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. But maybe there is somebody that likes that flavor. It's just not, my palate's just not made for that. And I think the last two, the cherry and the Winter Ale, were up there. They still weren't like over the top. Like, wow, this is like, I'd say, I would never recommend go out and buy this beer right now. You've got to try it. They're probably right in the average to below average range, which was a little disappointing. I thought there'd be a lot more. I thought there'd be a lot more flavor for both, and both were lacking. Even though, I mean, subbing, they're right in that 2.5 range, which I was hoping for a lot more. Like, I think we all kind of talked about. I mean, they looked good. The write-ups were good. High expectations, and it just fell flat. Yeah. So with that, I think that's a good one. And plus, congratulations, Toby. Thanks for being here again and showing Mike up.
Under protest.
There's no such thing in my rules.
So we're in his basement, so it's his rules.
So I'm glad I brought you along to bring the show up in quality, since Mike is not really
I've let
learning.
you down.
I mean,
I will say this.
Mike, so can you tell the listeners?
I'm going to say this first.
How many beers?
I'm pretty sure that these beers here are not on the list for the beer of the year. I can say that right now. So
how many beers? What's your total up to now? Ish.
It's like 5,000. It's probably like 5,015, 20 roughly with some of these here.
So Toby, that should make you feel really good, because your street cred is much better than the guy's tried 5,000 beers and he doesn't even understand what he's drinking. So we appreciate you coming in here to enjoy this.
I do believe that it was rigged a little, because when he's feeding you hints.
No, it was not a hint. No.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't do that.
No, that was not me.
I wouldn't use that as an answer. Go overseas. Yeah.
I never said anything like that.
And then, yours is wrong. Even though I said cannabis and he said it's wrong.
You said it in the wrong order.
Yeah.
See?
I'm so mad.
So maybe on a
shaking
future
so
episode,
mad.
we are going to try this one more time to see
Oh, yippee! Yippee!
to see if Toby can smack down Mike once again. Put the smack on him. Right on his little hiney. And then he's going to like, Toby, does that make you feel good?
It always makes me feel good when I drink beer and lose in trivia. I
You
mean,
know,
minus points.
yeah, you put it that way. We both kind of.
But you were still further ahead.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
good thing is, though, is we can both walk up the stairs when we go home tonight.
that is true.
Jim's going to be down here in the basement for.
See how you guys are.
Oh yeah. Well,
All right, well, let's wrap this baby up,
guys,
buddy.
thank you so much, Toby. Thank you again for joining us again this
Thanks
week.
for the invite. I appreciate it.
I know that you really don't like drinking beer.
No.
And it's a struggle every week, but hey,
You're right.
we appreciate that.
I don't
Jim,
like
as
it. I love
always,
it.
Thank you for all the research that you've done, and
I do my little part for you, buddy.
gives us interesting tidbits. And then, of course, he gets bored and then he finds these stupid trivia things, and So I can't wait till the next one.
Yeah.
Next week, listen in. There's going to be even some more more fun that everybody's got to. I mean, hopefully everybody's trying to guess these. You can send an email in. We'll see how many people are correct, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, thank you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for listening.
Yes.
Come back next week because Jim has more fun, apparently, that I'm sure Toby and I are going to be just jazzed about. So,
Jazzed?
yeah.
No, you
psyched.
Don't use the word jazzed.
All right, what do you want me to use?
Woohoo. I'm jazzed.
Well, that's kind of how we're feeling right now. Woohoo. Jim's got more questions. All right.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for listening. Come back next week. And like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
And your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.